Good morning. Today is Thursday, Thor's Day, fourth day of the work week and of the real week originally. The day of Thor, Norse, North, Norm version of Jupiter Zeus. Jupiter in Latin, Zeus in Greek, Thor in Norse. Salem State College, where you can get a higher education. So-called higher, right? Because what's really going on there at all of these modern institutions. The reason I'm making a video today when I said that I wasn't going to, where right now it's about 7 in the morning. Still nice and quiet outside. It's cold. I'm making a video when I said that I was all set with videos this week. Yesterday, because I wanted to clarify on my position on God some more. Because one of the things I said yesterday was there is no God and there's no devil. And when someone hears that in this world today, they'll just right away assume that you're an atheist. And A, meaning alpha privative, aleph privative, to take away, the A which takes away, like anti, the beginning of an, or an, or un. And then theist, which is a goddess. Theo, God, divine. And once again, as I've been saying, and as True Theory shows in his Gods of the Bible and more, when you look at all of the words for God, you see they all have this two thing going on. Theo to divine, die to just reading the Jewish journal in the Bagel world, which I don't think is specifically a Jewish establishment. Pretty much every place around here has a Jewish journal available. Read a couple of articles of El in there. One which came right out, and the rabbi who wrote the article came right out and said, the rabbi of Ray came right out and said that the Noah flood story is a metaphor. And the whole thing is a metaphor. It's the difference between the Jews and the Christians. They get the Kabbalah, which they openly talk about, Jewish mysticism. All these Christian denominations, of which there are so many, they don't talk about the mystical Christianity much, but it's all mystical. So, if you hear someone say generally in this society today, there's no God, there's no devil. Ooh, is it cold? Brr. December. Embers, the dying embers of the year. When you hear someone say there's no God, there's no devil, they're just going to assume you're an atheist. And they're not going to... And when someone asks you if you believe in God, they don't go into, well, do you mean personal or impersonal? If I were to, someone ask me, do you believe in God? I would say, do you mean personal or impersonal? Most likely they would be perplexed because most people don't even know that there's a difference, which is why we're going to go to personal in the dictionary. And of course, you look at the $1 bill here, it says what? And right there, in God we trust. And here we have God iconography, the all-seeing eye of the sun god Horus, Ra or Re, the sun god of ancient Egypt. And there's one sun and there's one God. So what I was reading in the Jewish journal, what this rabbi was saying was talking about God's withdrawal of his presence. And it's weird too how the Jews write God in their articles in English with the no O. They just write G-D. Huh? I'm sure they have an explanation for that. This is strawberry blue. A sativa. That was not all smoke. A lot of that was vapor because it's cold. Look. See how the vapor just disappears? It doesn't create a cloud. So much for your vapor trail idea. So look at this. It's monotheism, one God. And there's Jupiter Zeus, who takes the form of an eagle. Wings spread, the 13 stars. And then we got the 13 original United States, the colonies. And we got the 13 Illuminati bloodlines, the Illuminati families. 76, right down here, May 1st, 1776, founding of the Bavarian Illuminati. Same year the nation was founded. So who is this God? Horus? It's certainly not the Jewish Christian God, is it? Well, is it the Muslim God? Saudis own a lot of the U.S. economy. No. It's this itself, mammon, wealth, personified. We've been going over man and his symbols, and so impersonal God versus personal God. God, remember, is the supreme being. Let's go to God first before we go to personal. Now, let's see. God's the supreme being. God's eternal. That's the definition we're going to find here. And there's Peter Principle again. And my high school principal is named Peter. And his last name was Sack, and his middle initial was B. Peter B. Sack, yeah. I'm pretty sure my childhood and everything in my life is fiction on some level. So don't assume that I'm an atheist, please. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. So I found the person page. It's on the opposite page of Peter Principle. My joint's gone out. The joint's gone out, Hillary. Hillary, my cannabis joint, my little cigarette's out. Let's put this away. Keep them in these little containers, convenient. A little bit left. Strawberry blue. There's a reference to a strain called strawberry cough in the movie Children of Men, which I watched a couple of weeks ago with Michael Caine. Michael Caine played an old cannabis grower and smoker, imbiber, and at one point he takes out a strain called strawberry cough, and he smokes it, and he says take a deep puff and then cough. Strawberries. Michael Caine. Personnel. They have the... Look at all this on the person page. The reason I'm doing this is I want to show the difference between personal God and impersonal God. And how when you ask someone if they believe in God, it's never just a simple question. Even if the person thinks it is. Person. The etymology, person by definition, noun, is on page 504, right underneath pernickety. Persnickety. Pernickety. which is excessively meticulous. Persnickety. Thank God I don't have that condition. Person, 1, noun, 1, a human being. 2, the human body. 3, grammar, the distinction between the speaker, first person, person spoken to, second person, and person spoken of, third person. And then parson in a block here, with a block next to it. Person, hyphenated beginning, with the hyphenation beginning, suffix, a person has a suffix designating an agent of unspecified sex. Person with the hyphen, there's a etymological block here. The person form replaces paired sex-specific forms man and woman and or and s, hyphen and hyphen ess in words such as chairperson. While these forms have by no means achieved universal acceptance, they are widely found. Persona. 1, person, personality. 2, facade, mask. Plural, the characters in a play. This has to do with the etymology from Latin. This is has the word. It's from persona is a Latin word, and it means mask or facade. This is where our word person has its origin. Then we get the etymological blocks here after we come to personage, personal, L, and then personal and personnel etymologies are here. Do not confuse personal, private, pertaining to a person, with person L, with an E-L at the end, staff, with the personnel staff workforce. Note the difference in the number of N's. Oh. Yeah. Personality, distinctive character, individuality. 2, plural, gossip. 3, informal, celebrity. Personality, personality. Charm, personality. Charm is an anagram with March, by the way. So, and this is, Jung goes into this in his psychology. He talks about the personality as just being the front, the mask for a play. So, every time you see the word G-O-D, every time you see the word, any of these words, or any word at all, $1 of idolatry, any word is like everything that these two eyes behold in the external environment. Aspects, these words, this bill, which is a bull etymologically, it's all aspects of in this external environment, this so-called objective world, jet. It's all part and parcel, parcel, part, art, paper, pay, bill, bull. You pay for your bill is a bull etymologically, a script, a bull like a bulletin. Also bullet coming from bull, ball, bull. All of these the same etymologies, all having to do with blessing, blood symbolism of parables, bulls, bells, ringing the bells. It's all the mask. It's all the personality, everything your two eyes see, because it's only the outer. And when your eye is single, your body is filled with light, and when you know that your inner world is where all of this outer world has its source. It's all, and that there's a plug-in going on and a flow between the inner and outer, which is what synchronicity shows, which is what your consciousness shows as self-evident when it's gone from believing in the outer as being exclusively real. The outer is just one aspect of the so-called real. The inner is the other half. It's a 50-50. And if the inner half hasn't been turned on, and if you're not giving that its just due as a reality, the inner, you're missing half.